welcome you to the Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions and messages can be raw, real, and at times very uncomfortable and even controversial. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to take notes, leave comments, and when possible, always share what you hear. And now here are your hosts, Pastor Cello and Pastor Mia.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I don't know why I'm putting my glasses
I don't know either. Welcome to the podcast. Sorry, we know it's later today, but we were waiting on something special.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Stand up. Let us see your shirt.
Oh my gosh. I got a lot of compliments. I've been getting compliments on my shirts.
Yeah, but this one is legit. This one is Superman Hip Hop posted this, and it is B Yellowtail, and they do this Natives Vote, and I was so excited to see this shirt that I was like, oh my God, purchase, and it actually was a pre-order, and then it came in, and I'm just like, yeah, we have to wait, babe. It's in transit. Please wait for this shirt. So we waited, and now we're here. And you're like, oh, great. They're going to talk about voting.
Maybe.
No, we're not. We're going to talk about stress, baby.
Stress.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
But you just thought it was going to say something else. What?
Who was it from? Who are the shirts from?
I just told you. B Yellowtail. B Yellowtail. Indigenously designed for all. You can get them at Linktree B Yellowtail, and
is that Instagram? Their Instagram at?
Yes, that's their Instagram. B Yellowtail.
At B Yellowtail.
Yeah, B. Yellowtail.
There you go.
Okay, is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. They're just like amazing. This shirt, I'm just like stoked about and so glad that I got it for you. And by the way, they were like legit. They gave us stickers and all the good stuff. Where's this at?
With me.
You brought it.
It's all. I don't have it with me.
Where's
it's
it
on my
at?
desk.
Oh,
Way on the other side.
Anyway, so because they're legit like that, you can go check them out. And if you need a shirt like that to talk about voting, this would be the way to go. It says Natives Vote. Native American, slightly not so much, but
You was born in America, so that makes you native.
Hey, not really. But
okay,
anyway, so I just thought that was pretty funny when I said also too, let's talk about stress, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Okay.
And the good times and the bad times. Sorry, I don't know the song. I'm just making it up.
What are we talking about?
I just said it twice.
Stress,
We're going to talk about stress. Yeah, how you stressed me out, guys. I'm like, not about this shirt either. Let's just talk about washers. That's what we should talk about. And I'm not talking about the discs you throw and you reach across from each other. I'm talking about real washers that wash clothes. And I'm not talking about your hands because nobody washes their clothes by hands anymore if you're in the States. I would guess.
Well, I don't know.
Third world problems? What's it? First world problems?
First world problems is the washer broke.
Yeah, the washer broke. And so I have been YouTubing and trying to fix it. And I thought I did.
For how long?
Well, I didn't really focus on it. I just tried one day.
Okay.
So
several times in a couple of days. Because you worked on it one day, and then you were
left it
frustrated,
alone.
and you left it alone, came back another day.
And I left it alone, and then I came back. So,
and then you're like, fix this thing!
But it wasn't even that. It was just like 30-minute increments. It wasn't like I spent all day. I was just kind of studying, trying to figure it out, because I knew it was just a bypass switch. And I was like, ugh, if I could just get this lock lid switch. That's what I was trying to bypass the lock lid switch because it's a safety mechanism. When the lock goes in and a kid traps himself in there, he can't get out. Why a kid would be in a washer, I don't know. Whirlpool created it, so I'm not sure why.
First world problem.
Yes, thank you. Because old school washers, it didn't matter. You could open it up. You could put your hand in it, rinse your hand off when you got the soap or the bleach. This one doesn't do that. Thanks, Wishka.
Appreciate the washer.
Yeah, we appreciate the washer. It's a good washer, which is why I didn't want to buy a new one. I was just like, no. I saw a video. I'm going to fix it. I can bypass this lock lid switch. Nah, no one. I meant one person. I even drilled the holes. I was going to put the paper clip in there, but I just couldn't wait for the paper clip, so I Gorilla Glued it. Yeah, but I Gorilla Glued the wrong part. I didn't know that it had this thing, and when it pushes, the door pushes it back, the mallet goes down. So I was like, I give up. I walk away. So I asked my husband, I said, listen, I've got to do one of my 12 job months today, and I need a washer ASAP because my chones have already been switched in and out.
What happened was,
Tell me.
the clothes started getting piled up, and then it wasn't until, I'm just going to be transparent, just being real with y'all, all the women that wash clothes and men that wash clothes.
Okay.
It really wasn't an issue that our washer was broke until I ran out of clothes. When I started getting to the bottom of my drawer and my socks and underwear and shirts,
I said, I'll just go to Walmart.
I was like,
I'm sorry, Target. I don't
Yeah.
shop Walmart. But
I was like, okay, we got to fix the washer because I'm almost out of clothes.
hence the new shirt every Wednesday.
No,
I'm just kidding.
anyway, so she was like, can you fix the washer? And so my day was already full, had stuff going on. And so I was like,
He was sleeping.
I'm busy.
What?
I'm busy.
What? I don't even know what he had going
So
on.
I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing anything. I guess I'll fix the washer since I'm running out of clothes. Well, I'm going to use my dad's terminology. A 15-minute job turned into an all-day excursion.
3 hour.
Oh my gosh, it was so frustrating. So I pulled the parts off. She already had the washer apart, so I pulled the parts off, went down to the appliance place, bought the replacement parts, took a whole 20 minutes to drive down there, pick up the parts, come back. I get them on, and nothing fits. Like, it's not working. Like, nothing's working. I'm like, they should fit. They should work. Everything bolted right. Everything's working. I'm getting frustrated. Well, then I needed to go pick you up. So I went to go pick her up. And then, so I had to stop what I was doing. And so I'm trying to make this thing work. And I'm trying to jerry-rig it and figure all this stuff. I'm trying to figure out why it's not working. I'm doing all this
Jerry-rig,
stuff,
though.
whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure all this stuff out.
Mexican ingenuity.
And so still couldn't get in. I had to stop what I was doing to go pick her up from her class. Came back, still frustrated. And I'm explaining to her, she's standing there. And
Explain it to me, Lucy.
I'm explaining to her why the mechanism is not working, why it's not catching, why it's not working.
This is 3 hours later,
Now,
mind
this
you.
is, about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So we're about 2.5 hours in. So now I'm super frustrated. I'm aggravated. I keep dropping the little bitty nuts on the ground.
Screws are about this big.
And so I'm dropping them down there. I'm either picking them up. I'm just fishing for everything. So I'm explaining to her, this is what's not working. This is what it's supposed to be doing. It's not doing. So she thinks we swap out the pieces. So we swap the pieces back out again. Then she does something that you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to do this. It tells you on the back of the panel not to do this. She says, well, did you plug it in? I'm like, no, I'm working on it. I'm not going to plug it in. So she reaches over, she plugs it in, closes the lid, and everything clicks. It comes on. Everything comes on.
Lights.
And I'm like, okay. So you're telling me that I'm supposed to put all these pieces together while it's plugged in so that it'll click and reset. I was like, that didn't make any sense.
I meant,
So because I was being safe, I was frustrated and I was mad and I was frustrated. And so we're driving around running errands and I'm just sitting quietly, being frustrated.
quietly.
I didn't yell. I didn't scream.
You're right. You're right.
I was frustrated.
But your stress level was off the charts. And I don't know about you, but if you know and you're around somebody whose stress level is high, it just emanates, I think is the word I'm looking for.
Eliminates.
No. I don't know the word.
Somebody knows.
Radiates
There you
off
go.
of you. And you're just like, ew! You're making me feel stressed. Stop. And I just couldn't handle it anymore. And I'm just like, I don't care. I don't want to
Needless to say, after all the frustration and dropping the little nuts down in the thing and the little screws and the metal screws and everything else, we got the washer fixed.
Yeah.
3 hour, 3.5, 3
But
hours
if I'd have
later.
been home, I was like, if you'd have just bought me the parts, I would have just done it. I love to tinker. I had already studied all the videos. I already knew what I was trying to do. I just was trying to do it without buying a dang part. I just needed the dang lock lid. I was trying to bypass the lock lid switch. Bypass it. I even, after he couldn't get it to close down, I even took the piece off and stuck it in there, and I was like, it works. It works. And he was like, well, what'd you do? I'm like, I plugged it up. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I couldn't believe that.
It was so simple.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I literally when you plugged it in, it reset, and I'm like, I'm not even supposed to have it plugged in until all the pieces are anyway.
Listen, you have to plug things in to test it. So you're like,
But I'm still messing with it.
I don't care. I don't care. I mean,
What would you do?
Yeah, he even checked on me the other day and was like, girl, you got this thing plugged in. How am I supposed to test it if I don't have it plugged in? I mean, I was like,
All I can say is that particular model of Whirlpool is not safety oriented, unless you have the latch that keeps kids from climbing inside the washer.
And it didn't
That makes no
even
sense.
need that stupid latch. Just cut the latch off, I told him. I was like, I tried to even glue a magnet in the safety lid lock switch just so I could bypass it. I did. I pulled the little off and
The little what?
you know what? Y'all, he's on my last nerve. Talking about stress, I just want to say that I told him, I was like, listen, even my granddaughter, my grandson was like, Grandma, you are driving really fast. And his mom said, yeah, she's racing. And he was like, where are you racing to, Grandma? I said, to get your popo out of the car because his stress level is up here. So I was like, babe, we've got to talk about stress because your stress causes me to be stressed out. And I know if you're around people and they're stressed, they're stressed.
I wasn't really stressed, though. I was frustrated.
Okay, your frustration was radiating this way.
I can understand that.
And I don't want your frustration on me.
Well, you could have got out of the car.
I was driving. I said, no, I can't. You should have just left the washer to me. And then I told him, I would have just bought a new one. We didn't need it. I mean, but this washer was a good washer. It just needed the lock switch taken off, bypassed. Something changed
and
out.
plugged in while you work on it. My gosh,
Clearly.
it's crazy.
Clearly.
Doesn't make any sense.
So saying all that to say that,
If you happen to have a washer problem,
no, call me in.
don't call me. Because I'm not going to be frustrated again.
Yeah.
I'm going to say go replace that bad boy.
I don't know if you were frustrated, though. I would say you were stressed out.
I was just frustrated. I wasn't stressed. I was just frustrated because
What's the difference?
stress, the difference to me between being frustrated and stressed is just, it's
Tension?
it's tension, but frustration is not the same thing because I was just frustrated. I wasn't like stressed out because I was trying to.
I wasn't even mad. I was just frustrated. I was just frustrated.
I don't know what the difference is. Google it. I'm just telling you, I wasn't stressed. It's like I was just frustrated because it seemed like everything that was
go wrong?
Everything that was going wrong or could go wrong, dropping little nuts. The thing wouldn't want to stay on. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. I wouldn't like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed. Stress is, I don't know. I can't even. See, you're starting to frustrate me.
We see. See? Pushing.
You're triggering me back to that location of messing with that washer. I don't want to talk no more. We're finished.
I'm just going to take my ball and go
I'll
home.
take my ball and go home. Take my drink and go to the room.
Are you? Okay.
Yes, I don't want to talk about broken washers no more.
Well, I think that we needed to talk about it at some point. I think, that's the thing. How do you know what you're dealing with? Are you dealing with stress or are you dealing with frustration? Do you handle them the same or do you handle them differently? That's the thing you need to be asking yourself. Well, I'm not really stressed out. I'm just frustrated. Okay, so when are you not going to be frustrated? What makes you unfrustrated?
So today's lesson, boys and girls, this is real life in our home. We don't have it all together and we're not perfect and our washer breaks and we have to fix it and you deal with a frustrated, stressed out husband.
I was like, what?
This is what you get on a podcast. We don't make it up as we go. This is us, life. So She wanted to talk, like last time, she wanted to talk about being hungry because she was frustrated about being hungry.
That's true.
So you weren't stressed out about being hungry. You
No,
were
I
just
was frustrated.
Exactly. That's my point.
I'm not mad. I'm just frustrated. All right. So that's what we're going to call this one. Okay. I looked it up. Is stress and frustration the same thing? Stress, this is from ABC News, by the way.
Oh, ABC News.
Yeah. Oh, they know it all. They know it all. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Stress is the high strain job. Stress is the being stopped by a policeman for speeding. Frustration is how you feel when you experience that stress. Not everyone who is experiencing a stressful life event or a stressful life situation feels frustration.
There you go. I wasn't frustrated.
You were not.
I was not stressed. I was frustrated. I was not stressed at all.
Okay, so let's read another one. This one is from Mental Health. The stress
Hello.
The stress we experience includes frustration and nervousness, but anxiety adds in fear and worry. The key difference between stress and anxiety is the sense of helplessness. When it comes to stress, you can deal with things and master them. So what's frustration? Can you not master that?
Everything's out of your control. Like you get frustrated because you keep dropping the nuts on the bottom of the
Oh, golly. Okay, what's the
You
difference?
tighten them and then they fall down. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy
And
is
I wasn't mad.
he
Or I guess I was
tells me,
frustrated.
I have to tell you, he tells me to stick my hand down in the washer cavity. But mind you, you know how tall the washer is. You know how short I am. He tells me, stick your arm down there and grab this piece, the latch lid, the lid lock piece.
Because it fell into the bottom of the thing.
Okay, but this is what I said, babe. I
My
have a
arms
big
are too
head
short.
with little...
My arms are too short.
No,
My arms
I
are
have
too
a
short.
big head with little arms. I don't understand. Same thing at the same time. I have a big head and little arms. I don't know. If you need to know what that is, you need to go watch Meet the Robinsons. Anyway, he tells me to stick my arm down in this thing, and I'm like, I can't. And I am so frustrated that
Oh, you weren't stressed?
I was frustrated with you. I was ready to punch you. I was not stressed. So I start throwing stuff to get it out of the way. I grab a broom. I put tape on the end. I turn it over. I grab that piece and bring it out like I was playing, what was it? Operation. And I was like, and then after I pulled the piece off, I threw it at him. I threw the broom and I walked off. That was me being stressed because I was frustrated. See, there is a difference. All right. Let me read this real quick. Stress versus frustration and what they feel like. Stress helps us deal with immediate danger, and the sequence of the stress response is explained. That's pretty good. Okay? Stress and frustration. Frustration is a feeling combined with a set of thoughts about something.
I had a set of thoughts about that washer. Sure did. And I wasn't talking about blessing it either.
Stress, on the other hand, is a psychological response. It is a physical reaction to a perceived threat. Our body systems can't see what's happening in the situations. They are just listening to the thoughts you're having about
See,
things.
I wasn't listening to thoughts. I was just frustrated.
Okay.
I wasn't no threat.
Listen. Frustration is a feeling combined with a set of thoughts about something. Events happen, you interpret them in a certain way, and the resulting feeling that you pinpoint is frustration.
Ta-da! Thank you guys for tuning in this week. Appreciate you guys. Stress and frustration. And what else? You want to?
I'm like, golly, are you that stressed that you need to go?
No, you just killed it. You killed it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
that
I was
good.
like, wow.
I mean, you summed it all up. Thank God for Google, ABC News, and mentalhealth.com or whatever it was. I don't know.
So we're not talking about stress. We're really talking about frustration and stress. What the differences are and how to deal with them. If you are having a situation with stress, just know that it's your thoughts.
Yep.
You need to change your thinking. Change your thinking of the way that you're thinking to get out of that stressful situation, which causes high anxiety.
Ta-da! There you go.
Frustration is flipping over tables and throwing brooms and stuff. And that too is a
Can be
set of,
interpreted as anger.
yeah. Yeah. And if you have that kind of issue, then you need to work on your anger management. That will be another podcast.
Or just quote Jesus.
Why?
Let the
'Cause he
Bible
flipped
flip over
tables.
tables.
I'm going to flip over tables like Jesus. Anyway, I know we didn't talk about the voting, and we're not there yet. We just were
Getting closer. Register to vote if you haven't.
Yeah, and I mean that's all we're gonna say about it. We're not gonna really push you anywhere, but
No.
you're gonna do.
Maybe you might get something out of us. I don't know.
Well, what do you always say?
What?
You gonna do what you gonna do.
You gonna vote? How you gonna vote? I can't do nothing
And
about
ain't
it.
nobody can do nothing about it.
Oh, by the way, we did hit 100 subscribers.
Oh yay!
Yeah. We got 100 subscribers, man. Appreciate you guys. We got some stuff coming. We got
Do
something.
we though?
Yes, we do. And
You're not gonna get stressed out.
No, I'm not gonna get stressed out.
Okay.
And we got 150 episode, our 150th episode coming up.
When?
So
Soon?
yeah, it's 40. This is 47. So 3 more episodes.
I got
we're gonna
a few
have
more
some
days to finish
Get my stuff done. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we guys appreciate you guys. Thanks for
Can we
like.
go live for 150?
Yeah, we could.
Well, then you guys are going to have to tune in. We'll tell you when we're going to go live because we tried to do live during COVID, but we were doing it at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 6 a.m., something like that.
All those.
Yeah, and I don't remember. We only had like 2 people come on to the live event. So maybe we'll wait later in the day like we did today
Yeah.
for a live
Sounds
event.
cool. We're making it up as you go, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
production
we're
crew.
not stressed
So we're
or
not stressed.
frustrated.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll holler at you guys next Wednesday.
Go check out Be Yellowtail for the natives vote.
Yeah.
Because natives vote and you should too.
Yeah. Holla.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.